Philip doesn't really need an introduction because he's been with us in this city for a long time. Amen. Amen. Because I was hoping you were going to wear one of those bolo ties. Tell me about that.
Well, it was a little bit of a boycott to the dress code. When Norv left and Coach McCoy came in, it was just church attire. And Coach McCoy said everybody's wearing a coat and tie. And so I said, well, I'm gonna show him. I'm going to find a bolo tie.
Oh.
So,
did you have it already?
No, I went to Boot Barn and bought a handful. It was all in fun.
Did they say anything to you?
No. It was a tie, coat and tie.
So I see you got cowboy boots that look really worn.
Oh yeah, they're like slippers. They're like slippers at this point.
Do you ride? Do you do?
No, I'm just country.
And your belt buckle.
Yeah, got the cross on the belt buckle.
Show them your belt buckle.
Not too big. Not too big.
Do you listen to country?
Yeah. I don't listen to a ton of music.
You don't listen?
I mean, I do. Yeah,
you don't
country.
have like Lil Wayne in your
country.
house?
Nah.
I was trying to figure out if you're a Lil Wayne kind of brother.
Probably not. I hear plenty of it, though, in the locker room.
Oh, I'm sure you do. Okay, the big issue is the Chargers are leaving. Everybody's mad. Amen? Tell us your thoughts and how you process that.
At first, I think you go through that natural progression of sadness, about having to leave a place that I've called home for 13 years and a community and a city that you feel close to move to the unknown, right up the road. And certainly adding to that for me is from a small town in North Alabama. Coming to California was a big deal in itself. I was like, I didn't really know where exactly San Diego was on the map. I'd never been west of the Mississippi before. Now you're sending this old country boy up to Los Angeles. So, but it's that natural progression. I've warmed up to it. You start to get excited about it because it's happening. It's going to be here, and that's the only way I know is to attack it head on and make the best of it. And so I understand everyone's disappointment here, but as a leader of the team and as the quarterback, you gotta go and be fired up about it and embrace it and hopefully have a great year.
Let's go back to your family, not the one you have now. We'll get to that. The growing up family, Alabama, brothers and sisters.
Yeah, I was an only child until I was 11. I grew up in a strong Catholic home where Jesus was the center of our life and center of my life. All from being a little boy, I was an altar boy, and my faith has always been very important to me. But I think when I went to college is when it really became my own. There was no more mom and dad waking you up on Sunday morning and saying, let's go. It was truly, I had to get up out of that dorm room and go to church, go to mass that Sunday. And so that's when I really took ownership of my faith. Mm-hmm.
And now you have eight kids.
Yeah.
You understand how this is happening.
I do. Yeah, I'm so thankful. My family, my wife, I met actually in middle school. I remember exactly the conversation. I pointed her out to my mom from across the way and said, hey, Mom, you see that girl over there? She's a good girl. And wasn't too many years later. I was 19 and we were married, and 16 years now and 8 children later. So it was meant to be.
You got married at 19, so how long were y'all at ICYMI?
Remaining pure, being chaste was very important to us. Obviously, it wouldn't be many other reasons to get married at 19 at that point. I didn't have a penny to my name. So,
trial, people see celebrities and they think everything's fine. They don't know the backstory, and even when they see something happen on TV, they don't know what's going on in here and in here. Talk about the fumble.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was, I don't know, many of y'all may remember it. I'm still sick about it a little bit, but 2012, I think, at Kansas City, Monday night. We're trying to run out the game to win, fumble the snap. It was rough because it wasn't an interception, which I've thrown plenty of. It wasn't one of those where you could explain the story of what happened. It was, I don't know what happened. From that, I felt a real spiritual attack. It's going to happen again. You're going to fumble it again. You're going to lose another game. You're going to, you're not this, that, all those things that start creeping in your mind whenever you face a struggle or whenever. So then worry took over. I mean, I couldn't get through the week without thinking, it was consuming me, going back to that play of how did it happen, slow-moing it, this and that. How am I going to prevent this? It took over my whole piece.
And let me, for all y'all who might not have missed it, it was in a game, and he was getting ready to get the snap, and the ball came up, and he dropped it and lost, and the other team got the ball, and they lost the game. How did you get through that? Because you got to go back to work tomorrow.
I think it was just that. It was meeting it head on and trusting in God that whatever does happen, if it did happen the very next Sunday, he was going to get me through it.
How you guys withstand thugs or these dudes that are weigh 280 and can run way faster than you?
But I tell you, there's nothing really more gratifying on the football field than really taking a big hit, laying down, and seeing the touchdown. Those are the best. Because then they're laying on you, and you're like, you hear the roar.
Give us a long play and then explain it.
Swap, dual right FN, fake taxi left, naked right block, deep 702 bomb.
So,
yeah.
How many plays would you have in a game?
We probably have, 100 plus in a game. I mean, that changes week to week. Some of them stay every week. Some plays stay every week, and then other plays are new wrinkles for that opponent. Okay. When you're in a groove, and Ken Wiz and our coordinator, we're on the same page a lot, but when he's really rolling, there's not a lot of changing. It's not because he didn't call the right play, but just he's in the groove and we're going. And those games, some games there's not many. Some games you're changing 40% of them.
You call the play, you come to the huddle, change it twice just so they can hear what you say.
All right, let's see. We'll call it. Let's go queen right 50 slant in the huddle. Queen right 50 slant on one. Ready? Break. Go up there. Oh, this doesn't look good. So then I'd say, easy. Hey, let's go act 5. Act 5. Flutie. Flutie's a play's been around a long time, named after Doug Flutie. Yeah, so they may check out of that blitz.
And then we move around, and he sees us move around, and then you go.
So then I could get to another play, or at that point, I may say, hey, reload. And now we're going back to the first play.
And then we go, we don't know what that means.
We get the pencil last. That's the best part. The offense gets the pencil last. Y'all can do a bunch of stuff. We're in charge of when we snap that ball.
I want to make sure he has opportunity to say this.
Yeah, so a few years ago, this phrase was given to me. It's a Latin phrase. I say it the Alabama way. Nunc Coepi. You can look it up, but Nunc Coepi. He's got it on his shirt right there. Nunc Coepi. And it means now I begin. But it's that never ending again and again and again. And we applied it as a football team. You hear one play at a time or finish. It was just a new way to hear that. Well, we got to begin again. Throw an interception, Nunc Coepi. Throw a touchdown, Nunc Coepi. It was that start again, begin again, wherever you are.
Before we do that, let's give him a big hand for coming here today.